Grand Velas Los Cabos opened its doors in 2018, and here's something most travel videos won't tell you. This property operates as an all-inclusive resort with 24-hour room service, fully stocked minibars that are replenished daily, and multiple specialty restaurants where reservations are recommended but included in your rate. That means the sticker price you see isn't just for a bed and a view. You're prepaying for meals at a Mexican restaurant, an Asian fusion spot, and an Italian venue, plus whatever you pull from your minibar at 2 in the morning. If you're the type who normally eats 2 sit-down meals a day on vacation and enjoys a nightcap without doing mental math, the all-inclusive model here can actually work in your favor financially, especially compared to paying a la carte at comparable Cabo properties where dinner for 2 with drinks can easily clear $150 before tip. Now, whether that value proposition makes sense depends entirely on how you vacation, but it's worth running the numbers before you book, because this isn't a place where you'll find a kitchenette to make your own breakfast and save a few bucks. Let's talk rooms. The Grand King is the entry point here, and while the exact square footage isn't published, you're looking at a king bed, a private terrace with ocean views, a marble bathroom outfitted with both a rain shower and a deep soak tub, an espresso machine, a fully stocked minibar, and a smart TV. Think of this as the baseline luxury tier, the room type designed for couples who want high-end finishes and ocean access without stepping into suite territory. The terrace is a real selling point because you're not just cracking a window for fresh air. You've got outdoor space where you can drink your morning coffee while looking at the Sea of Cortez. The marble bathroom setup with both shower and tub gives you options depending on whether you're in a quick rinse mood or a long soak with a book mood. The Grand Double swaps the king for 2 queen beds, keeping all the other features identical, which makes it the logical choice for friends traveling together or families who need separated sleeping zones but still want that terrace and the same bathroom layout. When you move up to the Grand Suite oceanfront, you're adding a separate living area and a private terrace with a plunge pool. The bedroom still has a king bed, the bathroom still has the rain shower and deep soak tub but now includes a double vanity, and you've still got the Nespresso machine, stocked minibar, and smart TV. The separate living area is key if you're spending more than a few nights, because it gives you a place to sit that isn't your bed or a desk chair. The plunge pool on the terrace is small, obviously not something you're doing laps in, but it's cold water on hot skin after a day in the sun, and it's private, which matters when you don't feel like navigating a crowded pool scene. The Grand Suite oceanfront plunge pool is listed as a separate category with nearly identical features, the distinction being direct ocean views, which suggests a difference in terrace orientation or elevation, though the specifics aren't spelled out. The Ambassador Suite is where things get architecturally interesting. This is a 2-story layout, king bed upstairs, living room downstairs, and a private rooftop terrace with a plunge pool and ocean views. The bathroom retains the marble, rain shower, and deep soak tub setup, and you've still got your Nespresso machine, stocked minibar, and smart TV. The 2-story design is appealing if you like the idea of physical separation between sleeping and waking spaces, and the rooftop terrace gives you a different vantage point compared to ground-level or mid-rise terraces. It's the kind of room that works well for longer stays or for people who just like the novelty of stairs in a hotel suite. At the top of the range sits the Grand Class Suite, which clocks in at 236 square meters. That's roughly 2,540 square feet, for context, bigger than many standalone homes. This is also a 2-story suite with a king bed, separate living and dining areas, and a private rooftop terrace that includes not just a plunge pool but also a jacuzzi, an outdoor shower, and 360-degree ocean views. You get 2 marble bathrooms, personal butler service and espresso machine, a fully stocked premium minibar, and a smart TV. The butler service is the big differentiator here. You're not just calling a general concierge line, you've got a dedicated person managing your requests. The outdoor shower is a nice touch, the kind of feature that sounds gimmicky until you use it and realize how much better it is to rinse off under open sky than in a closed stall. The 360-degree views mean you're not locked into one sightline. You can watch sunrise from one side and sunset from another without leaving your terrace. On the dining front, you've got 7 distinct options. Aztec handles Mexican cuisine, and while opening hours aren't published, reservations are recommended, which tells you it's a sit-down, full-service setup, not a grab-and-go taco counter. The name suggests a focus on regional or traditional preparations, the kind of place where you're likely seeing mole sauces that take a full day to build, fresh tortillas made to order, and proteins that get treated with respect rather than shortcuts. Chaka covers Asian fusion, again with reservations recommended, which in the fusion context usually means a menu that pulls from multiple regional traditions. Think Thai curries next to Japanese robata, Vietnamese herbs meeting Chinese wok techniques. Frida is the Italian venue, also reservations recommended, and the name alone suggests a certain level of ambition in the kitchen, the kind of spot where pasta is made in-house and sauces are built from scratch rather than pulled from a jar. The lounge bar and piano bar are your 2 dedicated drinking spots. No opening hours or reservation policies are listed, which typically means they operate on a more flexible walk-in basis. The piano bar name suggests live music, probably nightly, the kind of low-key entertainment that works as background ambience while you're working through a cocktail menu. The lounge bar is likely the more casual of the two, a place to post up during the day or early evening without committing to a full dinner reservation. The beach club serves international cuisine and operates right on the sand. No reservation policy listed, which suggests it's the most laid-back dining option, the place you wander to in a swimsuit and sandals when you don't want to change clothes or walk far. Room service runs 24 hours, which is a meaningful perk when you factor in the all-inclusive model. You're not paying extra to have someone bring you a burger at midnight or coffee at 6 in the morning. The pool situation here includes 3 distinct options: an infinity pool, an adults-only infinity pool, and a family pool. The infinity pool is the main visual anchor, the one you'll see in most photos, with the edge designed to blur into the ocean horizon. The adults-only infinity pool gives you the same infinity effect, but with a guarantee that you won't be sharing space with kids doing cannonballs 3 feet from your head. The family pool is the designated zone for younger guests, which means parents have a place to let kids be loud and splashy without feeling like they're disrupting everyone else. This 3-pool setup is smart design. It segments the property by vibe rather than forcing everyone into one overcrowded basin. The private beachfront access is listed as a feature, and given the location on the corridor between Cabo San Lucas and San Jose del Cabo, you're on a stretch of coast known more for dramatic views than calm swimming conditions. One guest review from December 2025 specifically noted the beach is beautiful but windy at times, which tracks with the Pacific-facing exposure. This isn't a Caribbean-style lagoon. Expect waves, expect wind, expect conditions that are better for walking and looking than for floating. The Grand Velas Spa is a substantial facility with 20 treatment rooms and a hydrotherapy circuit. 20 treatment rooms is a lot. It means you're not competing with the entire resort for a single massage slot, and it suggests a menu that goes beyond the basic Swedish deep tissue binary. The hydrotherapy circuit typically includes elements like hot and cold plunge pools, steam rooms, saunas, and sometimes water jets or sensory showers, the idea being that you cycle through different temperatures and pressures to prep your body before a treatment or just as a standalone wellness experience. The beauty salon is listed as part of the spa complex, which means you can get hair, nails, and makeup done on site without leaving the property, useful if you're planning a special dinner or event during your stay. The state-of-the-art fitness center includes personal trainers, so if you're someone who actually uses hotel gyms, you're not limited to wandering around a room full of equipment you don't know how to use. You can book a session with someone who will write you a program or walk you through proper form. Nearby attractions give you a sense of what's within striking distance if you rent a car or book a tour. El Arco de Cabo San Lucas, the natural arch, sits about 8 kilometers away. This is the iconic rock formation at Land's End where the Pacific Ocean meets the Sea of Cortez, and it's the single most photographed landmark in the region. You can reach it by boat tour, kayak, or water taxi from the marina. Land's End itself, also called Finisterre, is at the same distance, essentially the same destination, a viewpoint where the desert meets the sea in a way that feels geologically dramatic. Medano Beach is about 10 kilometers out, the main public beach in Cabo San Lucas, the one with the most restaurants, bars, and water sports vendors, and also the most crowds. Lovers Beach, sometimes called Playa del Amor, is roughly 8 kilometers away, accessible only by boat, a small cove tucked between rock formations where you can swim on the calmer Sea of Cortez side or watch waves crash on the Pacific side. The Cabo San Lucas Marina, about 9 kilometers distant, is where you'll find sport fishing charters, sunset cruises, and most of the boat-based tour operators. Chalno Bay is the closest notable beach at 5 kilometers, a protected cove with calmer water and decent snorkeling, one of the few spots along the corridor where swimming feels safe and pleasant rather than like you're fighting the ocean. Santa Maria Cove, about 12 kilometers out, is another snorkeling spot, often less crowded than Chalno, with clear water and rock reefs that attract tropical fish. Wirikuta Botanical Garden sits around 15 kilometers away, a desert garden showcasing native Baja California plants, the kind of attraction that appeals if you're interested in seeing what actually grows here naturally rather than the imported palms and bougainvillea that dominate resort landscaping. Let's keep it real for a moment. Guest scores are exceptionally high, 9.4 out of 10 on Booking.com across 1,247 verified reviews, and 4.5 out of 5 on TripAdvisor across 1,856 reviews. The property ranks number 2 out of 54 hotels in Cabo San Lucas on TripAdvisor, and earned both the Traveler's Choice 2025 award and the Booking.com Traveler Review Award 2025. Individual category scores are strong across the board: cleanliness at 9.7, service at 9.6 on Booking.com, and perfect fives for cleanliness, service, and sleep quality on TripAdvisor. That said, one guest noted the beach is beautiful but windy at times, which is a fair and accurate description of this coastline. The wind isn't a flaw specific to this hotel. It's a characteristic of the corridor's geography, but it's worth knowing if you're picturing yourself lying motionless on a towel all day. The location score of 9.3 on Booking.com suggests most guests are happy with the setting, though secluded appears in one TripAdvisor review, which means you're not walking to downtown Cabo for dinner. You're either eating on property or driving. What makes this property genuinely different comes down to a few things. First, the all-inclusive model is executed at a higher level than most Cabo resorts. You're not dealing with a single buffet and watered-down drinks. You've got multiple specialty restaurants where reservations are recommended and room service that runs around the clock. Second, the suite options, particularly the two-story layouts in the Grand Class suite with butler service, push into a tier that most corridor properties don't offer. Third, the three-pool system with a dedicated adults-only infinity pool shows thoughtful design that respects different guest priorities rather than forcing everyone into one shared space. The 20-room spa and hydrotherapy circuit is another differentiator. That's a serious wellness facility, not a couple of massage tables tucked into a back hallway. From a value perspective, the all-inclusive structure here rewards guests who eat and drink on property. If you're planning to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the hotel most days, plus cocktails, minibar access, and maybe late-night room service, you're getting a lot of usage out of what you prepaid. Compare that to an a la carte resort where each meal is a separate transaction, and the math starts to make sense, especially for couples or groups who don't want to track expenses all week. The fully stocked minibar that's included and replenished daily is a small but meaningful perk. You're not rationing mini bottles of water or avoiding the snacks because you don't want a surprise charge at checkout. The 24-hour room service without additional fees means you can eat on your own schedule, whether that's a pre-dawn coffee before a fishing charter or a post-midnight snack after a night out. For checking booking availability and prices at your desired dates, you can use the link in description. I hope this video was helpful. Give it thumbs up. Subscribe for more travel-related content. If you are not ready to book this hotel, you can watch our best hotels playlist and choose the best one for you. Thanks for watching.